Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, if wherever you're watching this from. So glad you're here. Glad you joined this series on how to become a professional, a network marketer. It is a profession. It's not some hobby or some job. It's a profession, just like a doctor, lawyer, dentist, carpenter. These are professions. And in order to get your professions right, you have to know, first of all, you got to know the game, and then you got to know the rules, right? There are rules to any kind of organization or whatever you're involved with. Generally, there's rules. And this is, I call this basically part 8 or so, I guess. Rule number 1, okay? You must emotionally, okay, detach yourself from the outcome. This is very important. This is extremely important. Remember, our initial goal is education and understanding. It's not just to bring somebody into an organization or a network marketing business without you educating them and having them understand something. If they're coming into something and they don't understand it, how are they going to even operate in that, whatever they're doing? It's not getting new customers or signing up new distributors. In other words, if you disconnect your emotions from the outcome and just focus on education and understanding, everything will get very simple. This sounds easy, but is difficult to do. All of us, come into this business with the key hope of recruiting some great people. It's hard to disconnect from the expectations, but you need to remember, we're not hunters. We're not sharks. Our job is to educate people, to help them understand what we have and offer it to them. We act as consultants, offering suggestions on how people can live a better life. If you focus on getting a customer or a new distributor, you'll constantly be disappointed, and you will find your prospects running away from you. This is the reason why they're running away. If you focus on education and understanding, you will have fun, and your prospects will enjoy the experience. Okay, rule number 2 is be yourself. So many people become a different person when they start inviting. They make everyone uncomfortable, but just be yourself. Focus on being your best self. Rule number 3 is bring some passion, enthusiasm. It's contagious. Enthusiasm is contagious. It's okay to get a little fired up. Get focused. Listen to some music that inspires you. Smile when you're on the phone. I assume you, I assure you, your positive emotions will translate into better results. And rule 4, have a strong posture, okay? This was a big one for me. At first, I was so insecure, I didn't think anyone would take me serious. But as I watched the professionals, I noticed their posture. They were bold. They were confident. They were strong. Some people will say, have a backbone. Don't be weaselly, measly mouth person. Know what you're talking about, and people will listen. So decide to be bold as well. I stopped apologizing all the time. Instead of saying, yes, I know I've been in a lot of jobs so far in my life, but I'm hoping this will be the change I've been looking for. I started saying, guess what? I'm sick and tired of the life I've lived up to until this point, and I've decided to change. I wouldn't bet against me because I'm serious. Do you feel the difference? Be yourself, but be a bolder self. Be yourself, but be a stronger self. Be yourself, but be a more confident self. At least when you're inviting. I found I could do that for short periods of time at the beginning, and just like building a new muscle, I could eventually do it longer and longer until it became part of my life. So now that we've set the stage, let's go through inviting the invitation formula. This formula is designed to be used over the phone or face-to-face. It's not to be used with texting or email or any other communication tool, just over the phone or face-to-face. This can work with your warm market prospects, someone you know, or a cold markets prospect, someone you meet living your life. I'll give you examples for both. There are 8 steps to professional invitation that might sound complicated, but with little practice, you'll find it very easy to master this skill. Step 1, be in a hurry. Step 2, compliment the prospect. Step 3, make the invitation. Step 4, if I, would you. Step 5, confirmation 1, get the time commitment. Step 6, confirmation number 2, confirm the time commitment. And step 7, confirmation 3, schedule the first next call. Step 8, get off of the phone if you're on the phone. It said, be in a hurry, which is step 1. It said, this is a psychological issue. People are always more attracted to people who have things going on. If you start every call or face-to-face conversation giving the impression that you're in a hurry, you'll find your invitations will be shorter. There will be fewer questions, fewer resistance, and people will be more respectful of you and your time. Example for warm market prospects. I don't have a lot of time to talk, but it was really important. It was really important for me to reach out to you. I have a million things going on, but I'm glad I caught you. I'm running out the door, but I need to talk to you real quick. Examples for cold market prospects. Now isn't the time to get into this, and I have to go, but I have to run, but ... You fill in that blank. Get the message. I mean, do you get the message? Set the tone with some urgency. As for the examples I'm sharing with you, don't worry too much about the exact words. Just focus on the concept and use your own words. Let people know you're busy. You've got a lot of things going on and your time is short, but it was important, okay, for you to talk with them real quick and do it with some passion in your voice. Step 2, compliment the prospect. This is crucial. The sincere compliment, it must be a sincere, open the door to real communication and will make the prospect much more agreeable about hearing what you have to say. Examples for warm market prospects. You've been very successful and I've always respected the way you've done business. Or, you've always been supportive of me and I appreciate that so much. Great to use with family and close friends. You have an amazing mind for business and I can see things, you can see things other people don't. For as long as I've known you, I've thought you were the best at what you do. And then example for cold market prospects. You've given me some of the best service I've ever received. You've given some of the best service I've ever received. Try that when you're in a restaurant. Say that to somebody. You're super sharp. Can I ask you what you do for a living? You've made this a fantastic experience. The key to compliment is it must be sincere. Find something you can honestly use to compliment your prospect and use it. This simple step will literally double your invitation results. When you start with urgency and a compliment, it becomes very difficult for a person to react negatively to your invitation. People don't hear compliments very often. It feels good. You will find your prospects will become very receptive. If you study the pros, you'll find they are constantly putting people in a good mood through their honest and sincere compliments. It helps to build rapport. It helps to open people's minds, and mostly it helps achieve our goal of education and understanding. Step 3, make the invitation. This is a situation where one size does not fit all. There are 3 kinds of invitation approaches for network marketing professionals. And I will get into that after the next video if you care to share, follow, and comment for more. Thank you. Over and out.